and welcome to my channel. Today I'm going to be doing what's in my bag video, sort of like a travel edition. So if you guys are interested, then keep watching. So I have been traveling quite a lot this month, and I think by now I have sort of nailed what I need in my carry-on bag, and I thought I will share with you what I actually keep in the bag that I travel with. I don't necessarily mean a very long haul flight, because usually when I do a long haul I will add like a travel pillow and, you know, really fluffy socks, or even sometimes I will put almost like a pajama in my bag. This is more of a couple of hours flight when I'm traveling in Europe, and I have been doing a lot of that recently. I basically have my whole life in my bag, and of course I take some sort of suitcase depending on for how many days I go. But as you know, as soon as you're on the plane and you need to sit down, all you can reach is whatever you have in your small carry-on bag. So the bag that I have been using mostly recently is the Chanel tote, and this is like a studded leather tote, and it has long chain straps that you can put on your shoulder, and it also has short handles. You can fit so much in it, and actually on quite a few trips I double bagged it, and by that I mean that I would put another bag into this bag, because if I'm checking a luggage in, I will put most precious things inside of my bag. And like, you know, some of the designer bags are quite expensive, and I have had times when my luggage wouldn't arrive, when it would partially arrive. On my most recent travel, I put a Gucci bum bag in here because I actually worn it in the airport. I had my passport and my phone in there so that I can reach for it really quickly and get it out when I need it, without like diving into my bag and, you know, digging through everything, because there's so much in there. So the first thing I have here is a water bottle. I don't always take a water bottle with me. Sometimes I will just buy a bottle of water in the airport, because obviously you can't carry liquids over 100 milliliters through the check-in. And sometimes I will just take an empty water bottle. There are, you know, usually water fountains around the airport, and sometimes I will just keep refilling it, because otherwise I will just go through like 3-4 plastic bottles of water, and I am not a massive fan of plastic bottles and buying a lot of them. This is just a swell one. This is quite light on its own. Then I have some snacks. I always have some kind of fruit. Mostly it's a banana, because it can't really get squashed, it won't leak all over your bag, because I've had that before when, you know, it would be quite a ripe fruit and then it will go all over my bag, and that would be a complete disaster. So I've learned from my mistakes. And then I have a bag of nuts here, and this is just a little IKEA bag that I, you know, pack at home. Sometimes I will put crackers, rice cakes, dried fruit, something like that, something easy but something that you can snack on. Then I have a scarf here. I always pack a scarf or a pashmina with me, because sometimes it's so cold on the plane. Sometimes it's like boiling hot, and I always pack a scarf because you can always like wrap it all over you, or you can use it as a little pillow if you want to have a nap. And sometimes I do fall asleep on the plane, so it's nice to have a little cushion with me. I also have a pair of socks here, like just a pair of thin, soft socks. Depending on what shoes I am wearing, sometimes I am that person who will take their shoes off on the plane. You know, I will always kind of see if my feet are, you know, not too sweaty, if you know what I mean, because that's just not nice. If I'm wearing like boots or something heavy or something that is a bit tight, not that you should wear tight shoes. Sometimes your feet swell a little bit, and of course in the air the pressure is so high that, you know, you will get a bit of swelling. So I usually have a pair of socks in my bag. I have a book. I prefer a paper book to a Kindle or an iPad. Somehow I just never got into the habit of reading an iPad or a Kindle. I just still prefer a paper book, and I'm at the moment reading a Russian book that my dad actually gave me by Ludmila Ulitskaya. If any Russian people are watching me, this is a really nice book. It's called Skvozная linia. I can definitely recommend that one to the Russian subscribers of mine. And then I have a pair of sunglasses here, and this is just my Ray-Bans. You never know how it's gonna be where you arrive. You know, sometimes it's really sunny and you come out of the plane and you're like blinded by the sun. I like to sit by the window as well. That's like my favorite spot. I always try to get a window seat. I have my little wallet. All my cards are here. I also have my ID and my driving license in here. For some reason I haven't really been using my big purse. I've been just carrying this card holder with me. It's just so much easier because I don't really carry cash around. I have my phone in here, of course, my passport. For those who don't know, I have an Estonian passport, so it's a European Union. There's my passport page here with a little picture. I have a lot of stamps in this passport already. We have Maldives, we have Anguilla, I have quite a few Russian stamps, Montenegro. I love it when they give stamps. I don't know, it's just like a nice memory. But because I travel a lot in European Union, you don't get that many stamps anymore. Then I have some blotting paper here, and I always have just a packet of tissues and some blotting paper with me, just in case I get a bit oily, so I use it on my face. Then I have my makeup bag, and this is the bag that I always take with me instead of, you know, those plastic zip bags. It's just so much easier to reach for something here and it doesn't rip. And I haven't had any problems with it. No one has ever stopped me and told me to, you know, put whatever is in here into one of those zip bags. So what's in my little beauty bag? I have a hand cream. This is the chemistry brand Hand Chemistry Pro Repair Skincare for Hands. Fancy name for a hand cream, basically. I have a deodorant here as well, just one of those essentials. Then I have Dr. Popo Original Balm. I will use this on my cuticles, I will use this on my lips, anywhere that I'm feeling a bit dry. Sometimes, you know, if I'm a bit ill, I will put it around my nose. You can put it on your elbows. It's just a multi-purpose balm that is just very handy to have when you're traveling. I always have some sort of hydrating mist with me. At the moment, I'm using the Amarovista. It's a Hungarian brand. This is the Queen of Hungary mist. This is very, very nice. It has hyaluronic acid in it, so it's nice to give a bit of moisture, a bit of hydration to your skin on the flight, because your skin just gets so dry and dehydrated. I have some Compeed plasters because sometimes when your feet swell, your shoes start rubbing. And I have these little brushes here, and these are really handy if you don't want to put your toothbrush into your carry-on bag. And these are really nice. They have like little brushes at the end, like mini brushes that you can get in between your teeth. And if you have eaten on the plane, if it's quite a few hours, it's just nice sometimes to refresh your mouth. Most of the time I actually also put a little mouthwash with me just to rinse my mouth. And I have quite a few eye drops. I always have a lot of eye drops with me because I wear contact lenses, and in the air, oh my god, guys who wear contact lenses, you will know how it feels when you fall asleep for 10 minutes, you wake up and you can't even open your eyes because your eyes are so dry. It's like a Sahara desert in your eyes. It's horrible. It's a horrible feeling. I remember a few times when I would forget my eye drops and my eyes would get so dry. You know what I had to do? I had to literally spit on my fingers and wet my eyes, because that's how bad it was, because water just wouldn't help. It just didn't do anything. But for some reason, saliva just, you know, it moistens it, I guess. I know this sounds nasty. I'm sorry, but it was a critical situation. So now I always have lots and lots of eye drops. I always have these Sustain ones. You can use them with contact lenses and they really hydrate your eyes, because also I have a dry spot on one of my eyes, so it gets a bit irritated sometimes. My little creams here, I have SPF and I have my moisturizer. If I'm not wearing any makeup, sometimes I will moisturize in the flight. You know, if I'm going to the bathroom, I will just reapply my moisturizer depending how many hours the flight is. I have my pills here so that, you know, even if my suitcase doesn't arrive, my pills are with me. Then I have a little This Works roller, and this is the Breathe In, and this is like a lavender blend. You can put it on your wrist, and Oh my god, this is such a nice and calming and beautiful scent, and I love using it in flight, especially if I do want to take a nap or if I'm feeling a bit anxious or worried or, you know, whatever it is. This helps me so much. And then I have a little vanity kit. This is just from a hotel. I always pick these ones up because I always have them in my bags. You never know, you know, if your makeup is smudging or you just need, you know, like a cotton pad or a Q-tip. It's just handy to have them. See what else is in my bag. I'm just gonna open the side pockets. There are two side pockets, by the way, in this bag. And on one side, I have my mask in case I want to take a nap. I can put my mask on. This one is really nice and soft. Then I have a little pouch here, and you will be like, what's in that pouch? That's strange. Well, in this pouch, I actually have a pair of underwear and some hygiene products. Because like a lot of women watching this channel will probably know, you just never know where you will find yourself in trouble. And just to have a pair of underwear, I try to have it in every travel carry-on bag, because when your suitcase doesn't arrive and your underwear is in that suitcase, it's nice to have some backup. So I always have this like tiny little pouch. It doesn't take that much space, but it can really help you in a situation that you found yourself in. Then I have a charger. I always take one charger with me on the plane or, you know, carry on. Then I also have an external charger, like an external battery with me, just in case I can't find a plug and I need to charge my phone. What else do we have? I have a pair of earphones. Headphones. Earphones or headphones? What's the difference between earphones and headphones? Is it just that some people call them earphones and some people call them headphones? I don't know. I'm not a native English speaker. I have no idea what I'm talking about. We have a pair of earplugs, and those people who use earplugs, if you guys sleep with earplugs like I do, I sleep every night with earplugs, and I have been, you know, on a search for good soft earplugs for a long time, and these ones are the best. They're called Blocks. And I order them online. I sell them in France, but you can get them from eBay and Amazon, and these are the best. And on the plane sometimes I like to zone out, you know, and just chill on my own. And I think the last thing I have here is a tea bag, because sometimes I don't like the tea that they offer on the plane. So I'm that kind of fussy person who will ask for some hot water to brew my own tea. And I have been refused hot water on quite a few flights. Can you believe that? There were quite a few rude air hostesses on the flight that would tell me, no, we serve our own tea. You can't have, you know, hot water just to brew your own tea. Even though I would say I will pay for it. But no, they just don't do that. And I find that extremely weird. Why do you do that? And that, I think, is it. There's nothing else left in my bag except some change and some random papers and bits. So yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Let me know what is the most random item in your carry-on luggage or just generally in your bag. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel if you haven't done that yet, and I will see you very soon in my next video. Bye!